These are the greatest examples of Family Guy trying to sell us something through their own brand of commercials. Starting with the episode Petarded, where we were shown just how we could all jam out with the help of an iPod.
This is turning out worse than Stewie's iPod commercial.
His commercial's inspired by the old Silhouette commercials for iPods, which saw blacked out bodies dancing on colored backgrounds with the white headphones and iPod visible. For copyright reasons, we can't play the audio that accompanies Stewie's commercial, but can I just say that it was a bold choice to use Joseph Stalin's 1941 Red Square speech on the anniversary of the October Revolution? Sure, I'll buy an iPod, comrade. And the show would let us know about how mini wheat cereal appealed to all ages and prick up your ears.
The shredded wheat nutrition helps me keep the beat, but the kid in me finds the tasty frosting knocks me off my feet.
This 80s commercial trend advertising the double-sided mini wheat cereal was referenced by the show using Michael Jackson, who may not have been the best spokesperson to use at the time.
The kid in me likes the frosted side, but the grown-up in me likes the kid in me.
Is there a way for a man to file a restraining order against himself? Might want to look into that one. And if you've ever wondered if there is a deodorant out there for a more hefty clientele, then the episode The Finer Strings has just what you need.
How does a guy like me stay fresh? I use Fat Guy's deodorant.
Which we're guessing is just a bigger stick of deodorant? Kinda sounds like something anyone of any size could probably benefit from. Throw one of those into a convention like a smoke grenade and watch those cosplayers smell like a normal person for the first time right before your very eyes.
Apply every 5 minutes and you're good for 5 minutes.
And before there are apps like Tinder and Hinge, online dating relied on you having to visit one of the many hyper-specific dating sites like farmersonly.com.
Where are all the country girls?
They're at farmersonly.com.
So long as your tastes revolve around someone having hands that milk a cow as fast as a piston engine or owning a lifted truck that you need a ladder to get into, Farmers Only has got you covered. But as Peter elaborates, there might be a hidden requirement you may have already figured out.
It doesn't say whites only, but yeah.
And when good groceries get far too expensive, you can always rely on Jersey Mike's to give you a sandwich that probably won't fail your body.
Well, sorry kids, looks like we're gonna go to Jersey Mike's and hope that future science will save us.
We can only hope the future allows us to be jar people, where our only worries will be cracking said jar, which will immediately kill us. It's that worry-free kind of future I'm looking forward to. But when all we're eating is proteins directly injected into our said jars, I'll still remember Jersey Mike's fondly for their sandwiches and slogan.
Jersey Mike's, bring your girlfriend with the fat ass in here.
And the episode Married with Cancer gave us an invention by Peter that finally solved the riddle of how to take the quickest and most effective dump while wearing a tuxedo.
Called it the suit shoot. Got it patented in '97 and went into business. Shot a local commercial and everything.
I guess I get it? Getting married can make your stomach do a lot of weird things. And I guess it's cheaper than going to the doctor and get it treated for very obvious IBS. If I could wear pants and or poop, I'd maybe give these things a go.
The business died and I lost $200,000, Brian.
And if you ever need car insurance from a cartoon character, there's only one guy you should probably consider, and that's the General.
White trash rates from an army guy. Here is a penguin, don't know why.
You know, every time I saw those commercials, I thought maybe this could be a scam. And when I saw Shaq start appearing in them, I knew it was a scam. Something about that General guy just screams stolen valor, and I think someone needs to look into him.
The General Car Insurance. It'll worry whoever you hit.
But did you know that the best time to enjoy a cup of Folgers coffee isn't in the morning? It's actually when you don't even realize you're drinking it in the first place.
What if we told you that we secretly replaced your coffee with Folgers Crystals? Wouldn't you feel like a dumbass?
Buddy, it all tastes like liquid dirt to me. You could scoop up a cup of sediments from the seabed right in front of me and I'd still think it was Folgers. But whatever, it's not a product for me. It's a product for brothers and sisters who love each other very much.
And I just want to wake up every morning to the smell of you and Folgers Colombian Dark Roast.
And if you're one of the many birds out there struggling with not having a full head of hair, then boy does T. Peter have the perfect product for you.
Just for Eagles will give you thicker, fuller, more natural hair, so you can just focus on Eagle stuff.
Whatever Eagle stuff means. I assume it means swooping on small rodents and being the poster child for the entire nation. Kinda sounds like something I might want to try. If I can convince myself to eat a rat, then maybe one day the clam can become the symbol of the United States. We're hard on the outside, soft on the inside, and love latching onto things because we're too lazy to move ourselves. And if you're looking to get a handful of the good kind of crabs, then be sure to visit Peter's crab-themed restaurant.
Come on down to Pete's Crab Shack. We got boat parts on the wall, so you know the crab comes from the ocean.
As opposed to the crabs that come from the sky. I wouldn't waste your time on those. They're hard to catch, tough to eat, and only exist in my imagination.
Eating next to a porthole? What?
And Stewie's old fling Olivia becomes the poster child for a product called Tasty Juice in the episode Chick Cancer.
Can I have some soda?
No, but you can have some Tasty Juice. It has only 1/3 the sugar of soda.
Cool, so it doesn't have the thing I drink soda for. Great! And honestly, I don't trust any product that tells me how good it's supposed to be in its name. Goodyear tires? In what world was this past year a good year? At least the Juice's slogan is accurate. Gotta convert something into pee after all. And in Baking Bad, Peter has a job trying to sell us on a state we forget even exists half the time.
Do you like South Dakota but don't want to see Mount Rushmore? Come to North Dakota.
Well, he does make a compelling case. The less I got to see of Teddy Roosevelt's Dr. Eggman-looking face, the better. If you're a viewer from North Dakota, I hope you don't take offense, but I don't think I could point you out on a map. I know North is in the name, but even then I'm not so sure.
North Dakota! We're not even the best Dakota!
And anyone looking to make their heart implode in minutes can turn their attention to the episode Peter's Sister, where Stewie outlines all the benefits of Monster Energy.
Hi, Stewie Griffin here with my latest creation, Monster Energy Drink. What is it? I don't know, but it's free from this truck that stopped outside your work.
Honestly, we see the appeal. Sleep is for the weak anyway. And blinking, and being able to sit still, and having your heart rate not be the same speed as one of those spinning rides from the fair.
Monster Energy. Put it in your body and ask questions later. It's green, so it's nature.
But do you wish breakfast were a little less exciting? Then maybe you should try Jeremy Irons cereal.
If you're looking for marshmallows, there are none. It's quite bland, I assure you.
I'm still trying to figure out if it's high in iron, but I'm getting mixed messaging. Yeah, I might give it a try. I don't have a kingdom irons could overtake, so I doubt this stuff is just a ploy to kill me.
If you're looking for a prize at the bottom, there is none. Only more cardboard.
And this holiday season, get ready to learn about the very exciting Secret Lives of Sweaters in Pixar's latest movie.
Larry! See you on the other side, boys. And when I get there, I'll send you a cable.
Critics are saying it's the first movie to ever make just $3. And tickets are still like $15, so don't even ask us how that works. Honestly, at least they're trying something. We'll take that over a live-action reboot any day.
Sweaters, Pixar, we're not a guaranteed home run anymore.
And the show feels the need to interrupt a shocking moment to let you know about this episode's sponsor.
Family Guy is brought to you by Axe Body Spray.
Because if the love of your life is going to ask you to kill your best friend, you want to make sure you're smelling like a hallway in a high school. And sorry if the talking clam has to be the one to break this to you, but that stuff is not a replacement for a shower.
Spray it on after gym class instead of getting beat up in the shower. Kinda weird those guys want to fight you naked, huh?
And we're not sure what it is about this next ad from Mr. Griffin Goes to Washington, but it kinda makes us want a cigarette.
Peaches are coming in mighty early this year.
Smoke.
Advertisers have gotten so good at making their messaging as subliminal as possible. They try to sell you one thing while they're really selling you another thing. Still can't figure out what their intention was here, but maybe 1 or 7 long drags will make it clearer.
What's that, Lassie?
Are you smoking yet?
And the episode Family Gay let us know all about a new sugar substitute that might need to consider a different name for the market.
What's the secret ingredient?
Spoogizicum.
Oh, ew!
Dang hippies and their naturalistic baking. But despite what it sounds like, it's actually not that, but rather a sugar substitute from the Czech Republic. Don't know if we trust it still, but it sounds infinitely better than being the victim of chemical warfare through a muffin.
That's right, Spoogizicum. Drovosnyoshny.
And we hope you just drank a full pot of coffee because a stash from the past is going to try to sell you on the super exciting world of reverse mortgages.
So I can tell you how a reverse mortgage from Hey Alright Reverse Mortgages or HARM can help you.
But getting a reverse mortgage means owning a house, so I think like 90% of people watching are mentally checking out, myself included. This really seems like something worth looking into if you like playing with your money like it's from the game Monopoly.
Do you really want your adult kids fighting over your money after you're gone? Isn't it better to spend it all now?
I smell what you're stepping in, Tom Selleck. So should I go ahead and throw my money in a fire, or is flushing it down the toilet more efficient?
Just go to www. I'm kidding. Here's a phone number as big as we can put it.
And Saving Private Brian lets us in on the secret of how actor Mickey Rooney gets through the day with energy and gusto.
Mickey Rooney's crazy pills! Take one with breakfast, one with lunch.
And judging by how nutso this guy is, there's no way these things aren't suppositories. But I'm still not convinced. What kind of wacky antics will I be able to get up to on these pills?
Sometimes I like to steal other people's scabs.
Ah, I see. To be honest, there are many easier and cheaper ways to get beaten to death in the street because that seems like the only outcome from these pills. Being in those Night at the Museum movies must have driven him off the deep end. He knows the exhibits weren't actually coming to life, right?
Before you know it, you'll be up on your roof, pooping in the chimney. Hold out your stockings, kids!
And times must have been low for Channel 5 News in the episode Crisscross, because they had to resort to taking some interesting sponsors.
This portion of the Channel 5 News at 6 is brought to you by
I guess there are worse industries you could be taking money from. The worst thing that can happen with those, I guess, is suffocation if you put one on your head. That's why it's one of the first things they teach you not to do in health class.
Put us on backwards a little bit, then put us on the right way.
And if you're having unwarranted self-confidence issues dealing with your masculinity, why not reaffirm it to everyone in the most annoying way possible with a monster truck rally?
See giant monster trucks, shoot at monster trucks, and best of all, you can smoke inside.
It really is terrible how these shows treat monster trucks. Those majestic creatures should be left out in the wild where they belong. But I guess these things do have their place so people can get together and engage in the traditions of their culture.
Forget which beer can is your ashtray, and whenever you feel like it, shout racial stuff.
Yeah, definitely sounds like something worth getting secondhand smoke lung cancer over. But if you've already got one foot in the grave, maybe you can convince them to run you over with one of those trucks for the crowd. Might as well go out in a blaze of glory, am I right?
Loud trucks, guns, it's all happening at the Quahog Convention Center, so hold in all your farts till this Sundays.
And after Stewie and Brian make some decent investments in The Wolf of Wall Street, they feel it's their duty to make a commercial for Fidelity Investments.
Thanks to my investments, I've watched my money grow. And my little girl.
Kids never get rich. As soon as you pass a certain tax bracket, suddenly you're being invited to a bunch of weddings where the bride is a toddler. I'm not sure what the correlation is there, but it's one I'm not too keen on thinking about too much.
Fidelity. We're there for you when your baby marries his dog dad.
And in Inside Family Guy, Stewie comes up with the perfect business model for people who want to eat crepes, but want to do so secretly and in the privacy of their home.
Are you a straight adult male who likes to eat crepes without people making unwanted assumptions about your private life?
I didn't realize there was such a stigma around people eating crepes. Well, thanks to discreetcrepes.com, you can now enjoy those thin pancakes away from the prying eyes of the public. But God can still see you, and one day you will have to answer for your crimes. But not today, so go ahead and stuff your face.
Strawberry banana Nutella with raspberry drizzle. Now I just need a guy's butt to eat this off of, and I got myself a night.
And if you don't have any immediate plans after high school, you might be persuaded to join the Galactic Empire after watching this recruitment video.
Thanks to the training I received in the Empire, I have all the skills I need to make it in the real world.
If real life revolves around not being able to hit a single target and bonking your head on low-hanging entryways, then yeah, this might just be the move. After all, it's hard to beat the PTO and 401k. Billions will have to die, but at least you'll finally be able to afford the dentist.
We had our honeymoon on Alderaan.
Good thing we took pictures, huh?
But if you're not flying around in a galaxy far, far away, maybe you'd be interested in joining the regular old army.
I'm Sergeant Extreme, and I'm Major Awesome. We're here to tell you how much the Army kicks ass.
So if their PSA is to be believed, joining the army equals women, money, women, awards, women, and women. If you get back safely, that is. Gotta read the fine print on that one.
The U.S. Army. Oh, yeah. Your experience may differ.
And you might think you're extreme, but are you as extreme as Chester Cheetah from Cheetos?
Oh, God, there is no drummer better than Neil Peart.
Hey, I agree, man. Rush goes hard, but I don't really think that's the recommended way to ingest Cheetos. Then again, I kinda wanna see someone try that with the Flaming Hot variety. You don't need functioning brain cells to enjoy a tasty snack.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
And you'll never forget the sweet flavors of Pepperidge Farms cookies, and Pepperidge Farms will never forget what you did last summer.
Remember when you hit that pedestrian with your car at the crosswalk and then just drove away? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
It's a perfect business model, actually. They'll keep quiet as long as you keep buying cookies that you usually would only find in the back of your grandparents' cabinet. And don't think about crossing state lines anytime soon. Your life as Pepperidge Farms is now. You don't get to go anywhere.
Maybe you go out and buy yourself some of these distinctive Milano cookies. Maybe this whole thing just disappears.
And what's better than working in a Target? Working in a Pizza Hut inside a Target, of course.
The Target in-store Pizza Hut. Feed it to your fat kid while you buy off-brand tennis shoes.
I'm not gonna say Stewie's living the dream, but he is taking part in the backbone of one of America's greatest chains. And it's cool that it's in a Target, too. There's no better treat than a few breadsticks after spending $300 on 10 grocery items.
Sausage and pepperoni for Alan?
God, that smells good, doesn't it?
And the episode Peter Caviar Eater seems to have a finger on the pulse of why guys really like to get girls diamonds. How demeaning! Honestly, this just makes the guy look like a total pig. I mean, he's really gonna spend that much money on a shiny rock just so his girl will tie his shoes for him? Fellas, before you try to tie the knot with someone else, worry about tying your own knots first. And have you ever wondered what the glorious combination of vodka and beer would taste like? No? Well, look at you, Mr. I Have My Life Together.
Hey guys, do you like beer but can't get drunk from beer? Then try new vodka beer.
The art of a high alcohol content beer has been a craft tried again and again, but it never turns out well. Just think of all the incredible potential philosophers, scientists, and intellectuals we've lost over the years after just one night with a Four Loko.
Honey, I'm so proud of you, cutting down to 1 beer a night.
Take off your underwear.
And after Peter's promoted to company mascot of the brewery and Pawtucket Pete, he gets right on helping develop the brand's newest ad campaign.
Pawtucket Patriot, the perfect beer for New England beaches.
Hey, you know what they say, a bad day on the beach is better than a good day in the office. I don't know who they is, but watching seagulls fight to the death might not be better than working in an office. Does your beach have a ping pong table that the company offered in place of healthcare? No? Then get out of my face. And it turns out Target can provide more than just clothes and groceries. It can also give you wild fantasies about running away with a beautiful cashier you happen to meet there.
I have a dime and a penny. They're right here, in my hand, for you to take.
Which is really just code for I love you, I want to take you away from all this, come run away with me. I wish I'd learned that code a lot sooner because I think I've been giving a bunch of cashiers the wrong signals. But this is nothing but a fantasy and Target won't let it become anything more.
Target. Due to lesbian fantasies, we no longer accept change.
And if you've never heard of the shoe brand Teslick, then you've been missing out on the premier athletic wear of all Latvian athletes.
Running, throwing, lifting big things. Teslick.
And you can trust that guy. He's practically the LeBron James of Latvia. Though I would have expected a place ruled by someone with as much power as Dr. Doom to look a little nicer. No, wait, that's Latveria, my mistake.
That's alright with me, man.
Each shoe sold separate.
And in the Peanut Butter Kids, Stewie scores a role advertising Scooter's peanut butter and the most optimal place for you to eat it.
Where's the baby?
Well, he likes his hero dad, but he loves Scooter's peanut butter.
Oh yeah? Does the baby know that Scooter's peanut butter is a draft-dodging coward? Yeah, that's right. Who's your hero now, buddy?
Scooter's peanut butter. So good, your baby will want to eat it in an airport terminal bathroom.
And finding a good butter substitute is actually serious business. So serious that you might just have to resort to violence to get it.
Hey, is that new butter substitute?
It sure is.
Is it true it has half the calories of butter or margarine with all the great taste?
We're not entirely sure why these hands are so obsessed with this butter. They don't even have the proper digestive tracts to consume it with. And they brought the wrong kind of knife for spreading butter.
Get your own.
Take that, you...
Oh, what the hell?
How'd you like that?
You know what? I think I'm just gonna stick with regular butter. It might be bad for your heart, but I don't think it's gonna get me stabbed anytime soon. And Nike's Just Do It slogan can mean many different things to many people, but it holds a slightly different meaning to Peter.
How do you know what's inside you unless you test yourself? Don't do 1 push-up, do 100.
Okay, sounds like a pretty average Nike commercial so far. Exercise? Check. Determination? Check. Having multiple secret families across multiple different states? Check. What?
Make a commitment to family number 3 and double down by announcing it at his war hero father's retirement party.
Look, man, I'm just trying to find some decent everyday sneakers to walk around in. This ad might be losing sight of the target demographic.
Don't just go to jail. Go to death row by killing the 2 other families.
Okay, now I'm officially lost. I guess if you wear Nike, those dark voices in the back of your mind will start to come to the forefront, driving you to act upon your evil desires. Still better than wearing Adidas.
Nike. You may not notice, but our full name is Nikel.
And after Peter becomes an NFL star, he gets to use his celebrity status to give back to the community by being in a local car dealership commercial.
I'm here to kick off the Touchdown of Savings weekend at Wilkins Hyundai and Subaru.
It's always heartwarming when a celebrity doesn't forget about the little people along the way. Isn't that kind of messed up that we applaud the famous when they show the tiniest bit of human decency as if it's something they're physically incapable of? I was just saying that the other day to our writer, what's-his-face.
You'll be driving your new Hyundai or Subaru right to a touchdown.
And Mentos mints help keep you cool and confident in anything you set out to do, like shooting the president in the back of the head in a theater.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
You think being an assassin is bad? Try being an assassin with bad breath. At least we think that's the thought the commercial was intending on you having? To be fair, the rest of the family doesn't really understand it either, and they're all psychopaths.
They certainly don't make me want a Minto.
Totally ineffective.
Must kill Lincoln.
But can you believe it's not butter? Buddy, you can't even begin to fathom the truth of just how not butter this butter is, not butter.
But, what? I can't believe.
Well, you'd best start believing in margarine-based butter substitutes, Mr. Griffin. You're eating one. And based on how Peter reacts, you'd have thought he just witnessed some kind of eldritch horror. I can't believe it's not Azathoth, am I right?
I don't know, Doctor. Looking back, I think it may have been real butter.
Your husband murdered 3 children.
And do you love shrimp? Love it so much that you need it as soon as possible? Well, you impatient freak, maybe you should try Hurry Up Shrimp.
I ordered that shrimp 2 hours ago.
Uh-oh. Looks like you should have ordered from Hurry Up Shrimp.
It's the service you never thought you needed, and judging by what state you live in, it's the service you probably should never want. There's no way they're sourcing that shrimp, cooking it, and delivering it to you in a timely manner if you're in a landlocked state. So proceed with caution. Some things are just worth waiting for.
Come on! No way this is the shrimp. Wow, it is!
And for all the viewers out there that happen to be conjoined twins, just know that Double Fresh Gum is designed specifically with you in mind. This is most likely a parody of Wrigley's Double Mint Gum twin ads that aired in the 80s and 90s, advertising the breakthrough advancement in gum technology that put 2 sticks of gum in one pack. Rejoice in the future of gum, just don't have Peter's takeaway from the ad.
Hey, we should go to the circus.
And if you're thinking of complaining about your food while at Applebee's, just remember that you are, in fact, at an Applebee's.
Excuse me, I think my steak is overcooked.
This is Applebee's. It definitely was overcooked.
Look, you can't just order anything from their menu. You think just because it's on there, they know how to cook it? Hell no! Just get something fried with a side of fries and help yourself to one of those $1 cocktails that's one ingredient away from being classified as poison.
Applebee's. Drink your blue drink and shut up.
And the easiest way to realize someone you love is an alcoholic isn't by seeing how much they drink, but by discovering the food they decide to eat.
My little girl's a drunk! Oh my God, where did we go wrong?
Well dang, enroll me for AA now, because I will absolutely mess up a cheesy double beef burrito or 12. I'm not saying I'm proud of my habits, but if I don't have them, I will die, and you'd be a monster depriving me of living moss. And in Something 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 Dark Side, the show decides to throw creative brainstorming out the window and just entirely recreates a Juicy Fruit commercial.
They found us, kid. We're going back to base. Just as soon as I grab some powder with these skiing young people.
We weren't kidding either. It's a direct one-to-one recreation of that old commercial. It sure does look like the gum lets you have a ton of fun, but something about a commercial using the phrase "take a sniff, pull it out" just doesn't sit right with us. Keep your Juicy Fruit. I'll be over here with my Big League Chew.
You know what I haven't had in a while? Big League Chew.
And after Peter gets fired from the show in Inside Family Guy, he decides to try his hand at the world of commercials with a gig for Cheerios.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, I wanted to be a rock star.
Why didn't you become one?
We wish he had a heartwarming response to that question, but Peter just decides to be honest and essentially blame the kid for ruining those plans. But then again, Peter knows nothing about music, so maybe he needs to realize that some dreams are just dreams.
You'll always be a rock star to me, Dad.
You ruined my life.
And when Lois stumbles into Meg's room after the latter had a steamy dream and Christmas is coming, Lois can't help but be reminded of her favorite sandwich chain.
What was going on in here? The windows are steamed up like when Subway's making the bread.
And I bet you didn't know how scintillating and arousing that process is. You think the store's gonna get that steamy from nothing but a little yeast? Nah, you gotta make that bread rise. Do with that information what you will.
Subway, have it your way, if your way is very wet.
And speaking of Subway, it's clear they've had some unfortunate history with their spokespeople, so they decided to start anew with a guy named Mike in Peter's lost youth.
Hey, I'm Mike. I like sandwiches and people my own age.
Subway, please don't think of ya.
Well, I wasn't gonna until you brought it up. You're really Streisand affecting this whole ordeal. Also, how do we know this Mike guy is cool? Have you checked his hard drives? Any known past affiliation with Jersey Mike's? Is he the Mike of Jersey Mike's? These sandwich wars are serious. He might be a mole. And there are plenty of American products that have their knockoffs available in other parts of the world, and Trix cereal is no exception.
Silly rabbit, Twix are for kids.
You shall!
The kids had it coming, honestly. I won't stand for any cereal segregation. I didn't think that would ever be a thing I'd have to stand up for, but dang it, I'm standing. Now we just gotta get Lucky the Leprechaun to grow a spine and give those kids what for. And when Meg gets herself a chicken boyfriend in The Chicken or the Meg, he suggests they sit down and watch everybody's 7th favorite streaming service.
Peacock, somehow we don't have Seinfeld or Friends and we can't show you The Cosby Show.
Yeah, there are too many streaming services. Even networks that start their own services can't show their own shows because they're wrapped up in a deal with another streaming service. Or, because they're The Cosby Show. You can let Tubi have that one. They got no shame over there.
Peacock, I don't think we have The West Wing either.
And the episode Dr. C and the Women gives us the most aggressive advertisement for Outback Steakhouse that somehow kinda makes me want a steak.
Well, good news, fat ass, because now there's the Outback Steakhouse Extreme.
So it's basically Outback Steakhouse with bigger portions, and the servers are legally allowed to hit you. So that makes it the perfect dining experience for those with no shame at all and/or humiliation fetishes. They don't care which one you are, they just care about shoveling pure, concentrated heart attacks into your mouth.
Why don't you wash it down with 40 ounces of malt liquor and ranch dressing, you fat.
And in PDIV, Family Guy decides to parody an old commercial for Polaner all-fruit spread, but doesn't count on anyone knowing what that is, so Peter just decides to show you the real commercial too.
Would you please pass the jelly?
Okay, yeah, fair. We have no clue what that is. Are they saying that the spread is made completely out of fruit, or are they saying they managed to squeeze every fruit into that jar? But Family Guy doesn't want to feel too old with this reference, so Peter decides to inflict it upon you so that you too can share the memory of this jelly.
Okay, watch. Here's where it all goes to hell.
Would you please pass the jelly?
Now, does knowing what he's referencing make it any more funny? That's up to you to decide, but it does come up again later in the episode so that you can kinda get to experience the reference again for the first time.
I too will have the aspic. Could you please pass the beef jelly?
And if you've ever noticed the quality and frame rate drop that happens while watching Netflix, don't worry because you're not alone.
Well, if you like movies in HD, then frozen pixels, then HD again, the answer is yes.
They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation and they still can't find a way to fix that. Thankfully, YouTube gives you no such issues, allowing you to enjoy your favorite videos without interruption.
Netflix streaming. Buffer for 20 minutes, then watch 35 minutes of a movie with Jason Statham.
And before Pixar's Cars, Chevron was showing us the lives of talking vehicles with their claymation ads.
You want to describe some dirty, stupid, insane parking lots?
Chuck, it's me, Morty.
These were created as part of a 15-year-long advertisement campaign in association with the Aardman Animation Studio, best known for Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run. But Family Guy decided to take a more in-depth dive into the concept, like wondering how other cars react when they get a paint job.
I would have taken, you know what I would have done to you back there? Why didn't you say something earlier? I said all that stuff.
Well, let's not rule anything out.
And the episode Jerome is the New Black warns you of the dangers of biting into a peppermint patty, which may leave you stranded on an icy mountain.
I get the sensation of being on a frozen mountaintop.
This parodied the Desserts 80s ad series called Get the Sensation, where people described what they felt when biting into a peppermint patty. Unfortunately, I don't think they put instructions on how to come out of your fantasy on the wrapper. And with it being your only food up there, every bite just takes you back to the top. I don't know the patty that created this thing, but they will pay for their crimes.
Of being on a frozen mountaintop!
And the episode Long John Peter introduces us to Hasbro's best thing ever. What is it? What do you mean? It's the best thing ever.
Kids! Shiny, gooey, stretchy, fun! Hasbro's best thing ever!
It's the toy to end all toys, replacing anything you could ever want, including food. Yep, it's apparently edible. Studies are still needed to see what it does to your bowels, but you'll be having too much fun to notice any debilitating changes.
Hasbro's best thing ever! Kids! Ah! It's so awesome! I want it!
And in Stand By Meg, Peter lends his voice to a commercial for Deschanel No. 5 perfume, which is kinda just a roast of actor Zooey Deschanel.
Annoying. Twee. Hot, but not worth it.
Not sure what annoying smells like, but I think I'll have to pass on it. As for Zoe, she's probably harmless. Anyone who agreed to be in that M. Night Shyamalan movie about plants that decide to kill all people is probably too silly to be a real threat.
Deschanel. The fragrance for when you want to smell like a 40-year-old toddler.
And Channel 5 News finds itself in need of some funding yet again in The Old Man and the Big Sea, so they turn to America's favorite fire hazard on wheels.
And now it's time for the Channel 5 Sports Report, brought to you by Kia. Kia, too bad it's a Kia.
We're not kidding either. There was a big recall on those cars a few years back. We get that people have their preferences and wants with driving a car, but we'd probably avoid the one that sounds like what an Instagram model might change their name to make them stand out more. And before you kids had your newfangled iPods and Sega Saturns, we made our fun with the iconic toy of a ball and a cup called, wait for it, Ball in a Cup.
Who needs constant electronic video stimulation when there's ball in a cup?
Yep, this is what people did for fun back in the day. They had something capable of playing one game and that was it. They probably had better attention spans back then, but I bet they also had an unignorable urge to beat themselves over the head with said ball in a cup until they managed to feel something.
So why spend another day not catching a ball in a cup when you could be catching a ball in a cup?
But have you ever wanted to smell like animals do, or vice versa? Well, Dial has come up with a solution that has done more to bridge the gap between human and animal kind than Brian has by deciding to date only human women.
Do you and your dog use the same soap? If so, one of you is damaging your hair.
I think if you're showering with your dog on the regular, you might have bigger problems that only a trained and licensed psychologist can fix. But if you don't have the money for that, you can at least buy Dial cross-species shampoo to keep you both smelling good.
Jim, are you showering with the dog again? What the hell?
And the episode Underage Peter introduces you to Peter's latest invention, the Yank It. Yes, it's designed for exactly what you're thinking.
If you're anything like me, the #1 problem in your life is that you can't bait just anywhere. But now you can.
Yep, so long as people only look at the fake arms and not the unsettling facial expressions you're making, then you're set. But even before this invention, if you saw a person walking around the supermarket with a blanket on, you knew they were into some weird stuff anyway.
Peter, what are you doing?
Nothing. Let's watch a Scarlett Johansson movie.
And the episode Griffin Winter Game shows off the incredible off-road versatility of a Jeep, which is cool just so long as you don't have a sensitive undercarriage.
Ow, my balls!
Head out where the real fun begins, where the paved roads.
Looks like we got ourselves another snowflake who can't live the rough and tumble life of owning a Jeep. What are you complaining about anyway, Peter? You guys were done having kids already, weren't you? Those things down there are more an accessory at this point rather than offering any functionality.
Jeep's welded, rugged, and riveted frame takes punishment in large doses and comes back for more.
And in case you aren't totally sold on a Jeep yet, here's platinum-selling recording artist Bruce Springsteen to really reel you in.
America is made up of a lot of states. Some of them really stink, but some of them don't stink.
A true American poet. You speak in facts, though. Some states really do stink, like your favorite state. Yep, that one. I know it's hard to accept without hearing any specifics, but I think it's time you learn the truth. And you know what can cushion that harsh reality? A sturdy Jeep.
They flip easy, but you'll be okay. Probably be okay.
And Bingo Was His Name-O gave us perhaps one of the most iconic ads for something you'll never need to buy, courtesy of star salesman Al Harrington.
Hi, I'm Al Harrington, president and CEO of Al Harrington's Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm-Flailing Tube-Man Emporium and Warehouse.
The home of all your hyper-specific needs, as long as your needs specifically revolve around a giant inflatable man. You just can't convince me that you don't want to buy one after seeing this level of enthusiasm. But his empire doesn't stop there, as he's also cornered the market on wooden yard cutouts.
I am now in possession of hundreds of pallets of crudely painted, not-so-funny, plywood cutout folk art.
He really could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. But now he must tackle his biggest challenge, selling you his heart.
I am currently seeking online companionship as a short but handsome, slightly hairy, newly single salesman.
And in case you've been wondering what to do with all your loose and discarded fingernails, you'll be happy to learn there's a totally not fetishy service that'll pay you to take them off your hands.
Fingernailsforcash.com. You get the cash, we get to build a fort with your fingernails.
After you've taken them off your hands. Well, I guess there's definitely weirder things a man can be doing with people's fingernails. Don't get me wrong, that's definitely super weird, but as long as those nail clippings aren't entering his body in any shape or form, I'm willing to let it slide for now. And in the L word, Quagmire becomes yet another satisfied customer when he treats his moderate to severe plaque psoriasis with Sky Rizzy.
Sky Rizzy may cause general douchery, like spinning at weddings and skyhooking paper into trash cans. Thanks, Sky Rizzy!
Despite its very fake-sounding name, Sky Rizzy is an actual product designed to treat plaque psoriasis. That way you can get back to all your hobbies like smiling, having friends, and eating food. I have no idea what plaque psoriasis is, but that's all the things they show in the commercial, so I'm guessing it's some kind of debilitating thing that leaves you with no friends or fun.
I stopped sleeving when I started Sky Rizzy.
Enough with Sky Rizzy. Do Taco Bell. At least they're a sponsor.
And when Peter's hair turns white and hefty shades of gray, he gets the opportunity to be in another fake-sounding medication ad, this time for Sanguelto.
I took Xanbrex for over 15 years, till I learned the benefits of once daily Sanguelto.
Okay, this one is actually made up, but it doesn't sound all that out of place, does it? Not sure where the trend for naming medicines like their planets in Star Wars came from, but they're really not upfront in telling us what they're all about.
If taking Sanguelto, please refrain from dancing like in a rom-com, as nosebleeds may be permanent.
But if plaque psoriasis and blood thinners don't interest you, how about a gross-sounding laxative to get the bowels moving?
More coffee, Stewie?
Yes, please. Oh dear, that was a mistake.
What's he worried about? It's not like he doesn't carry his toilet around with him everywhere he goes. Still, constipation is bad, but I think I'll take it over being forced into the bathroom after just looking at coffee.
Take a massive comfort.
Oh God! Oh, there's regular on the carpet!
And Girl Interneted is home to many different ads, including one for the driest cracker known to man, Triscuits.
I think I'm gonna get murdered. But before I do, I forgot I'm supposed to mention Triscuits.
Gotta get all that ad revenue before you're brutally murdered. That's a man of principles right there, fulfilling all of his contractual obligations, even in the face of death.
Triscuits. Make sure you have a drink nearby.
And after Meg becomes an internet celebrity for her weight gain, she's made the new face of a diabetes drug called Pancresta.
Rock concerts on Pancresta may be excessively transformative. Pancresta may cause intense philosophical and scientific breakthroughs.
Finally, a medicine commercial that actually tries to convince you to use it. I don't even have diabetes, but all these side effects sound like it's worth getting a shot in the butt for.
Pancresta makes opiates look like baby aspirin.
Oh, and Sam Elliott chimes in for Jeep. That's right, you're not leaving this video until you're ready to buy a Jeep.
And if the mountains won't move, drive right over them. Hummer.
And believe it or not, Family Guy has genuinely been used to try to advertise a product, like when Stewie was used as a football for the NFL.
What do you think you're doing? No means no! Ah! I don't want to die!
Look, if you're not freaking out about the fact that you've been decapitated, being thrown around like a football is probably the least of your worries. Then there was the time Subway recruited Peter to advertise their Subway Feast.
The Subway Feast. It's as big as my head. Beat that, Jared.
Well, Peter, I don't think Jared's gonna make it to beating you. In fact, I think he's probably gonna be busy getting beaten for the rest of time. And then finally, Stewie advertised Wheat Thin crackers in the way that only Stewie can do.
Hey Brian, can I have some Wheat Thins?
What?
Can I have some Wheat Thins?
They're Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins.
This will be all advertising one day, just repeating the name of the product over and over again until it's forever ingrained in your brain. On another totally unrelated note, sweaty clam, sweaty clam, sweaty clam, sweaty clam, sweaty clam, sweaty clam, sweaty clam. And now that you can't forget our name, how about you go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That way you can be the first to know whenever we post more great Family Guy videos.